Tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Dukes will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the James Madison Dukes offense will get the first possession of the game. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. They get to the line quickly.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Barnett. Using his legs to buy some time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
The Dukes are marching down the field. The give to the back. Oh, gave the defender the business. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running to the left. He is smashing people. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bobcats offense will have its first possession of the game. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, James Madison. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the fumble trickles out of bounds, and a big loss on that play. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He makes a catch. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call here. Going up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to move the chains. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Dukes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Bobcats are in the hurry-up. Off play action. Trying to get to him. He's got an open man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Bobcats are moving quickly down the field.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Quick release by the QB. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Second down coming up.
No gain on the play. Second down.
They'll give it to the back. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Gets away. Smashes through. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pocket starts to collapse. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Brings up second down.
The give to the tailback. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas State.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21, Texas State.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's nice. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Dukes moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
On second down, looking again to throw. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down. It looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to go up top on first down. Unleashes one. Got a man in the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas State.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And that play just shows you this quarterback trusts his wide receiver because he knows that route has to be adjusted to get beyond the first down marker. These two right now really on the same page.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And the Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Quarterback will audible. On second down, looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Dukes will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going to take off. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridgeforth Stadium.
To start the second half here. And the Dukes will kick it off to start the second half. And here's the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude, running back.
And the ball is picked off. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Dukes will hustle to the line. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Now, fourth down.
Try to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again.
He lofts one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the sack all the way back at the 5. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. The give to the back. He's loose at the 15. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
The Bobcats are rolling down the field.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as we saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. He looks that one in nicely. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Dukes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Looking left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Dukes get it past the sticks. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They go to the ground. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the...
Got enough space. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain. And they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Slams ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes. They push that lead out. A really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
James Madison, 35, Texas State.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down and run. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Bobcats want to pick up the tempo. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. And the Bobcats look to keep this drive humming.
It's just so hard defensively to take your eye off this guy, especially on 3rd down. You've got to know that at any given...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his...
A shot toward the end zone. He's got it down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, James Madison! And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas State, 14.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What can you say about the impact this dude has had on this game? He has been completely unblockable all game long, guys. That's his third sack of the game.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that one. They were all back in coverage expecting pass, and here's the running back. He breaks through the line of scrimmage, and they just didn't rally fast enough to the football. They make the tackle short of the first down marker, but there's a good chance they're going to be staying on the field here on 4th down.
The Dukes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. The give to the left side. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoots out of bounds.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football and keep running the clock.
And the Dukes want to crank the tempo. Trying to punch it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Hard-hitting tackle. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Dukes! And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile in.
James Madison, 49. Texas State, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Jenkins. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. Well, this one had all the